I mean, let's be real. Joe Biden's old. He's too old. He's gonna die any day soon. Instead of being in the White House, he should be in a retirement home.
Don't be bamboozled by these cable channels. It is war on Trump. It is war on the Republican Party. Don't be bamboozled by these cable channels. I did everything right and they indicted me.
What is up, motherfuckers? How are y'all doing? Now, this is gonna be a different video than what I normally do. Normally, I don't like getting involved in this stupid internet drama. But this one is so bad that I feel like I need to talk about it. So for those who don't know, Vaush is on hot water because he fucked up real bad. But who is Vaush, you may ask? Vaush is a fellow leftist YouTuber like me who does live streams every now and then. And he's got a pretty big channel with over 400k subscribers. Not like me. I've always had mixed feelings about Vaush, and I never really liked him. But why is that? Mainly because he's a shitlib who's got pretty bad takes. For instance, Vaush is a huge apologist for Biden and the Democrats. I mean, props to him for at least calling out Joe Biden when he supports Israel, but then he tells everyone that we need to vote for him anyway? Those Palestinian children are rolling over in their graves. And if you don't vote for Genocide Joe, Vaush and all the shitlibs will crucify you as a Trump supporter. And that's the problem with Vaush. He can't handle disagreement. You step out of line with his beliefs and he'll call you a right-winger or a fascist, even though you're not. A good example of what that looks like is when he attacked Breonna Joy Gray because he wanted to abolish the FBI.
Vaush, you called me a subhuman something, like a subhuman fascist or something.
Force the Vote fans and Breonna Joy Gray fans are fucking subhuman pieces of shit who are despicable people who are only in it for the aesthetic and for the grift.
You wrote down my insults, but I didn't write anything down. Come on, no fair.
Well, I've never mentioned you in public, Vaush. Why is Marjorie Taylor Greene in the context of a self-interested campaign to protect Donald Trump the only person who's talking about reforming an institution whose raison d'etre or reform? If you want to reform it, let's talk about reform, Vaush. I'm 100% on board with that.
Well, she's talking about abolition. So were you when I asked you what reforms you'd make.
Well, I Breonna Joy Gray would, but I'm not going to die on this hill. I want in a community with people who are like-minded, Vaush, about what the best strategy forward is. I want policy to make the left better. I want to make the world that we live in better. I'm not interested in scoring points on the internet. So if someone comes up to me and says, I have a tweak to your identity, I have a tweak to your philosophy, I have a tweak to your plan, let's develop this in concert with other people who are much more knowledgeable than I say yes and to that, Vaush.
Okay,
I'm not interested in tearing anybody down.
I'm yes-anding you right now. And I think that's kind of iterating the fact that despite all your caveats and criticisms, MTG still quote tweeted you, touting around, oh, look at this lefty former, secretary for Bernie Sanders. Even they agree the FBI has gone too far. And then they'll run with that as a specific part of their program to get their fascist wannabe dictator off investigations and charges. But I don't think it does much to support real criticism of the FBI. I think it taints criticism of the FBI because it associates them with this insane MAGA, hysteria. I think it worsens our arguments because it connects us and emboldens them to their argument.
Ha! The motherfucker doesn't want to abolish the FBI because right-wingers want to do it. Which is another issue I have with Vaush. If there's a talking point that's valid, and some right-wingers tend to agree with it, Vaush says you should not say that talking point, or else you're enabling the right wing. Which makes him a partisan hack. Oh my god. And I find it so cringe when his master Destiny calls Glenn Greenwald a partisan hack. I'm like, look who's talking. The people who tell us to vote Democrat, no matter what. The people who are so cucked by a Democratic Party that they repeat mainstream media talking points. Which leads to another problem I have with Vaush. Vaush, like a good Democrat, is a neocon when it comes to foreign policy. That fat fucker wants the US to get involved in the Russia-Ukraine war. And because of this, I see Vaush as the liberal Chris Christie. Because they're both big fat retards with big fat egos, and they're both big fat pro-war pigs. Or in the case of Vaush, a big fat pro-war horse. If you've been keeping up with my content, you already know how I feel about that. But in case you haven't, or in case you're new here, welcome. I'm going to give you a brief summary on how I feel about the Russia-Ukraine war. The USA should not be involved in Russia-Ukraine because it'll cause World War III and not all of humanity. I'm pretty sure if Vaush saw those videos, he would hate me for sure. And another video I'm pretty sure Vaush would hate is my Elon Musk video. In case you haven't seen that video, I spent the first 2 minutes of it calling out every shitlib who supports censorship. We got some people on the left, even some liberals, who are all like, "This is why we need more content moderation." All you dipshits who are out there saying that shit, just shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up. Because when you guys do that shit, you're making our side look bad, you're helping the right wing win. What you guys are doing is that you're making us look like authoritarians who want control what people can and cannot say, and the right wing will use that to paint themselves the pro-free speech warriors that they're not. Instead of helping things, you guys are making them worse. In the video, I didn't leave any names, but yeah, I was talking about people like Vaush, people like that bitch boy Xanderhall, who is so cringe he makes Vaush look mature. With all that being said, what has Vaush done lately that's worthy of my attention? On February 7th, Vaush did a live stream like he normally does, and this happened.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
What?
You guys are probably wondering, what the fuck was that? Apparently, Vaush has a collection of cartoon porn containing children and horses fucking each other.
Damn!
Obviously, that shit's being censored for safety reasons, but it's so hilarious that Vaush freaks out the moment his porn collection is showed on screen.
What?
He's like, "No, don't look at my porn history." And look, I don't give a fuck what people watch behind closed doors. It's a live and let live situation as long as you're not hurting anybody else. Well, in this case, you are hurting someone else. Now you might say, "Oh, it's just drawings, it's not real people." But still, we're talking about children and animals here. And children and animals can't consent. In fact, Vaush has a record of defending child porn for years. And just now, people are calling him out because this fat son of a bitch has just recently exposed himself as the pedophile nonce that he is. Motherfuckers, y'all should have done that years ago. The moment that Vaush said this...
In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal.
...is the moment that his career should have ended. Oh well, better late than never, I guess. But how did Vaush continue to be big and famous despite that horse shit? The explanation that Vaush would normally give is that he did this back when he was trying to be edgy when he first started YouTube. See, when Vaush started YouTube, he started off by trying to be an edgy, anti-PC shitlord. Which I think is pretty cool. I mean, we need more edgy jokes on the internet, not less. However, I would never ever advocate for child porn. Advocating for child porn doesn't make you look edgy or cool, it just makes you look like a total creep. Having said that, Vaush would become more PC over time. And as Vaush was becoming more YouTube friendly, he did stop making these pro-CP arguments. But that's not enough to save him when we got this new information that says a lot about Vaush's character. And as you can imagine, Vaush is getting destroyed for his horse shit. And he's losing subs at an enormous rate. Well deserved if you ask me. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know why. If you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. And press the bell notification so you don't miss out on the next video. You never know when I upload. And if you could, please follow me on social media. My Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Twitter, not X, are all in the description. So check me out there. And that's the end of the video. See you in the next one.
The charge is falsifying business records.
I will get Trump.